Hello, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Welcome back. Welcome to this week's webinar. And actually, I'm back, so welcome back for me, I guess. Stan was going to teach this class today, and he's out. He's out just picking up some money on a deal that he just closed. That we just closed, and so he didn't make it back. So you're gonna have me today, and I am excited to be back. One of the big projects that we did not that long ago was the deal making weekend. That was what, 2 weeks ago, right? Yeah, I guess it's about 2 weekends ago. And so I wanted to I'm looking at the dates. It's not even 2 weekends ago. That was I guess 2 weekends ago. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before that. And so what I wanted to do today is go through that. Go through with you guys and teach you guys, what happened that weekend, and hopefully it's going to clear out for a lot of you. It's going to make it clear for you to be able to, I guess, sort of connect the dots of what goes on in the deal, of what goes on in the deal. And so hopefully this is going to help you drastically, in what you need to do in your market area to do this deal-making weekend, okay? So today's topic is called the Deal-Making Weekend Demystified. Now, we're going to do something a little bit different today, because I want you to do this with me as I'm going through this. And so what I want you to do, first thing first, is go to this website called xmind.net. Okay. Let me see if I can go to this site right now. Go to xmind.net. Can you guys see that? Okay. Go ahead and go there right now, please. And when you go there, on the right side it says download Xmind free. Okay, click on that and download that software for me and install it real quick. Okay, so go to xmind.net, click on download Xmind free, and go ahead and install that. And I want you to learn how to use this software if I'm going through this. And you're going to need this software anyway, so that way whenever I'm teaching something, I'm going to use this software from now on. So when we upload the mind map, you guys will have access to that. Okay. So go ahead and do that for me. Okay. And download this xmind.net software. Got it? Righty. And install it. Let me know when you're done. And I'm going to now go there. Hold on real quick here. I must have like too many software installed on my computer or something. Sometimes it's like it's running, it's doing crazy stuff. But who knows what it's doing in the background? It slows down my computer. But anyway, so download that software, install it real quick, and click on a new map, and go ahead and create this map for me called Deal Making Weekend Demystified. Okay. If you guys have any questions and not sure how to do that, you can ask that, and we'll help you as much as we can here. So go ahead and do that. Download the Xmind. All right. Is anyone not able to do this right now? It'll be much better if you can do this as I'm going along here. Okay, Adam, you said you cannot. Why not? Why can't you guys download the software? It won't download for me. You have to sign up for a free account before you can download the software. All right. So when it gets to the part where it asks you for the login, just create a new account real quick. It's pretty. Adam said it's giving me an error on page. I am trying to sign up. I don't know, Adam, what Internet Explorer, what Explorer are you what Internet browser are you using? Most of you should be able to download it and work just fine. Fiona, what browser are you using? What Windows are you probably using? Internet Explorer. It should work. Yeah, I mean, so I can go here, click on download free, and then I'm gonna. This is a Windows computer I'm on. If you're on the Mac, then you can click download here. But I'm gonna click on download this green one, and then it just downloads, and then you can save that and then install it. And when you install it, it'll let me see here. Let me forget that. I'm not going to try to download it again. But see if you see that page. I think I'm already logged in, so that's why it's not asking me to. Let me sign out. It's not asking me to sign up for an account anymore. So let's say if I didn't log in yet and I click on download, it'll take me to this page here. All right, and when it takes you to this page, you just click on get a free Xmind ID. Get a free Xmind ID and sign up for an account that way. Okay, and then that's pretty much it. That's how fast it is to sign up for an account. Okay, hopefully all of you guys got to this page. Okay. Let me get this questions out of the way here. Can't get past that page. Fiona, did you click on get a free Xmind account ID? Get a free Xmind ID? Okay. Still not. You find that Xmind is still not doing. Although you have to install. When you meet this problem, please try the below way. Close your Xmind. Find and delete the Xmind folder in your computer. Mac. Okay, I'm following your instructions here, Ron, to see what the issues might be. Okay. I'm totally going to have to reinstall this computer I'm on because my CPU is reading way too high here. You should not do that sign. I also went to that free ID. It won't take me through that sign up page. I'm not sure why it's not taking you guys to that free sign up page. And you have to see, doesn't work with IE8. They suggest a different browser. Maybe too many at once. No, Jim, I don't think that's the case. You guys can try a different browser if it doesn't work on the Internet Explorer, but it should. I mean, let me see here. I can go to my here's my Firefox. So let me see if it works on Firefox. It should. I haven't had any problems with it. So click on download. Yep, takes me to this page. Get a free Xmind account. It works fine for me. Let me open up my Internet Explorer, and I know I have Internet Explorer 8. So let's try that. Okay. Go to home page. Let me see here. xmine.net. Okay. Click on download Xmine free. Click on download. I'm on IE8 right now, and it seems to work fine for me. So you might want to check again. I'm not sure why you're not able to do it. Okay. I don't think I have my IE on compatibility mode or anything like that, but I don't even know how to turn that on or off. Okay, let me see. Nothing happens when I click, when I sign up, when sign up is click. Okay. Download works with IE Explorer. So RC it's working for him. Okay, let me see here. So in IE, make sure you set it on compatibility mode. All right, and so that's what you have to do for IE. So let me go to Tools, Option, Compatibility Mode. Let me see here. Where do you click on compatibility mode? Anybody? Let me see what you guys wrote. It's right on the right of the Explorer page. I don't know. Anyways, I got it working, so you guys gonna have to figure it out here, how to enable it to use compatibility mode for IE. It's probably somewhere in here. I would have to look through it, but I'm not gonna try too hard here. Okay. So if you have IE8, just make sure you you set it on you set it on compatibility mode. It's not in IE options. It's don't need to access through. Hit Tools and Compatibility. Tools and Compatibility View. Gotcha. All right. Thank you. So that's it. It's in compatibility mode now. So, okay, cool. Thanks, Adam, for that. All right, so you guys go ahead and download it. Okay. Hopefully everybody has got that already. Okay. On the page. Yeah. And let me see here. So hopefully everybody got it now, and go ahead and install it. We're going to go through this, and moving forward, we're going to limit on using PowerPoint, and we're going to use this tool more often. So it's best if you guys have it, so that way you can follow along and doing it on your own computer. So it becomes a more interactive environment for us. Okay, we can we'll be sort of like doing this together. Okay. So let me. All right. Let me see here. Who was anybody here? Hey, Donna, glad to have you on the line. Let me see here. I think we talked about your deal not too long ago. So glad you're on. Let me see. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and move forward now. Hopefully by now most of you guys already have it installed. And if not, I don't know what to say. Just keep on trying, I guess. I don't know. Hopefully, Joshim, whoever's not able to install it on their computer, can you help them, please? Okay. So let Jersham know, and he'll help you as much as he can while we're doing this. So go ahead and click on New and type in the Deal Making Weekend Demystified. Okay. And put in, these are the different components of the Deal Making Weekend, okay? And so go ahead and type in the seller marketing, which is what happens first, buyer marketing, which happens second, and then the open house, which is where we're actually going to try to sell the house. So based on the event that we did this other weekend, the seller marketing happened on Friday, okay? The buyer marketing happened on Saturday, all right? And then actually the buyer marketing started to happen on Friday evening, and then the open house happened on Saturday and also on Sunday, okay? If in our case, what we did was we had a couple houses to market, so we market one on Saturday and we market one on Sunday. Okay. We had more, but we decided not to do open house on the other ones and just concentrate on two of them. And found buyers for them. Okay, so go ahead and type that in. All right, and so once the open house happened, then we had we got the application, and then we went ahead and the next step after we agree to sell it to them, then we proceed with the contracts, which is pretty much now we're just waiting for the closing to happen. But when the closing happens, then that's when you get paid for the rest of the contract part is where you're going to get your deposit, and the closing is when you're going to get paid for the rest of the deal. Okay. So let me. All right. Okay. So under seller marketing, okay, what we did on what the group did on Friday was they logged half of the group logged into DoDeals.com and start calling the sellers. Okay, calling motivated sellers. Calling calling the motivated sellers, the private seller leads, basically any seller leads they can find, they called on them. And what I started to notice was I noticed some of the students, they were just over analyzing on who they should call, and so I didn't hear a lot of phone that was, a lot of people that was dialing the phone. So like it takes them, they look at a lead, and it would take them like 5 minutes before they, 5 or even 10 minutes before they decide to call on somebody. So what I decided to do was, I told my programmer to export just the phone number. Just the phone number and the name of the seller from the website, and not let the student use their computer anymore when they make the call, so that they don't get distracted by the other stuff. And so they increased the call volume drastically after we done that. So that's a really good tip for you guys to do at home. Instead of looking at the leads one by one and looking at the leads while you're trying to make your calls, you should just put the leads into an Excel file, and you should just put the leads into an Excel file, and then keep on dialing. Okay, forget about trying to pre-screen the calls or do anything like that. Pre-screening the leads. Just focus on the phone numbers and just call. If any of you guys seen that movie, Pursuit of Happiness, how Will Smith just won't hang up the phone and keep on calling one person after another, that's what you need to do. Okay, and then we have a second group that use the instant lead generator to send out emails. So we have half of the team. I forgot how many groups we divided them into. I think we divided them into like 3 groups or something, 3 or 4 groups. I don't remember. So half of them was making the calls. The other half was sending out the emails. Okay, so what they then do is they then talk to the seller and fill out the seller questionnaire forms. And you guys you guys should have access to the seller questionnaire form in the members area there, so they got the seller questionnaire forms filled out, and then they quickly look at the home values from DoDeals.com site. Just punching in the address to look at the home value real quick there, and depending on depending on how much equity is involved there, they would then try to get the seller to get a flex option on that property with the seller. And because we have an urgency that needs to happen, right? We're trying to do these deals in just one weekend, and so we have to target into only the types of leads that is going to allow us to do this deal this weekend. And so we focus in on owner financing lease option type leads. Okay. Depending on your state, you might decide to do a land contract, or you might decide to do a lease option. Because since we're here in Texas, what we did was we did a wraparound owner financing instead. So those were the types of leads we were looking for on Friday, and we got I think we got like 5 properties under a flex option for us to then market. Okay, because from all of the work that we did on Friday, we got like 5 properties for us to market and try to sell that on Saturday and Sunday. Okay, so far that's what they did in seller marketing. Do you guys have any questions there so far? That's pretty easy, right? Pretty straightforward. Okay. Let me see if anybody have okay. Let me see here. My I don't know why my computer keep on having these CPU spikes. Anyways, okay, let me see here. Okay, so all right, so you guys don't have any questions regarding, okay, how do you determine lease option versus owner financing type deals? Well, you don't really determine based on the deal itself. You just determine based on the state that you're in. So if you're in a state that welcomes contract for deed, then that's what you're going to use. Okay. If you're in a state that doesn't welcome contract for deed, then you're going to try to do a lease option. And if you're in a state that doesn't welcome contract for deed or lease option, then your next solution is going to be your owner financing or wraparound owner financing, which is the case here in Texas, right? So, but the process, whether you're doing contract for deed or lease option or wraparound owner financing, it's pretty much the same. The process is the same. The only thing that's different is when it comes time to closing, the contracts, the documents that you're going to use, it's a little bit different, but the process is the same. So don't worry too much about the type of deals right now. Just focus in on the concept for now, so that way you are clear on what you need to do to get this going. Okay. Let me see here. Julio asked, for wraparound mortgage, how do you explain the seller that you will be doing this strategy? Okay. Let me see. Well, you're just going to explain it to them just like you would explain a lease option or contract for deed. You're going to tell them that based on the price that you are asking, it doesn't meet our cash buying criteria. But here's what we can do for you. Okay, we have we have buyers right now that's looking for a house to move in. But the situation with these buyers is that they have they have dings on their credit that they need to clean up before they can actually qualify for a conventional loan to buy your house. But the way we the way we normally sell houses to these buyers is we would offer them a 3-year owner financing, and within that 2 years, within that 3 years, we're going to work with that buyer and to get their credit cleaned up, so that way they can refinance and cash us out. And so so the way we can help you sell your house is by putting one of our buyers in, put in one of our owner financing buyers in, and they'll be able to move into your house, take really good care of it, because they will actually own this property, and they are going to be a buyer of this property, and they're going to make the mortgage payments to you monthly, and you just make the mortgage payment to your bank monthly. Okay, and so that's how we explain it to them. And we tell them how the difference between selling it on an owner financing versus selling it on a straight rent, or versus renting it or selling it on a lease option, is that on an owner financing, the buyer will be responsible for the taxes on the property. The buyer is responsible for all of the repairs and maintenance on the property, so the owner doesn't have to worry about any of that. The insurance, the taxes, the homeowner insurance taxes, repairs and maintenance. The buyer is responsible for all of that, and so that's how we explain it to these sellers, and let them know, it's much better than if you're just renting the house, because if you're renting the house, the tenant won't take as good care of it, and you still have to pay for the taxes. And if the tenant tears up the house, you still have to fix that. But when they're owning the house, then they're not going to do those things. They're going to actually take care of it just like you would, because you own the property. And if they don't pay, then you just foreclose on them. Like here in Texas, our foreclosure, we're a 21-day state, meaning our foreclosure can happen in only 21 days. So it's very, very fast for a seller to foreclose on a buyer and get the house back if the buyer doesn't pay. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Okay, I'm in Florida. Do you know? I'm not 100% sure, Adam, but I believe strongly that contract for deed, you can do contract for deed in Florida. Florida is one of those easy states. You can do a lot of stuff in Florida. Yeah, I mean, you should be fine, but either contract for deed or lease option is perfectly fine in your state there, Adam. Okay. All right. You guys are supposed to be recreating this mind map as I'm going through. All right. So I'm not going to send you this mind map. You're just going to recreate it because I want you to get interactive in doing it as I'm doing it. Okay. All right. So let me see here. Kevin asks, when you sell a house with a flex option with owner financing, who pays for the closing costs? Okay, the seller, or so will they have to pay for something, right? Well, the closing cost is all negotiable, between the seller and the buyer. However, the closing cost is not that much on these wraparound owner financing. The cost, if the buyer's going to buy title insurance, there's the title insurance cost to it, and then there's a couple of attorney's fees. But the closing cost on a deal like this is like only 1 to about 1.5%. 1 to 1.5%. So you can split that cost between the seller and the buyer, or depending on how much the buyer has to put down, you can use some of the amount that they have in the down payment to pay for the closing costs, or you can put it onto the seller side to pay for the closing costs if the seller expects down payment money. So it depends. If you're able to negotiate with the seller where they're gonna let you keep 100% of the down payment as your fee, then you're gonna put the closing costs on the buyer side. But if the seller wants some down payment, then you're gonna put the closing costs on the seller side. So it's all negotiable. You can move these things around, and it all depends on how much the buyer is going to put as a down payment, and how much the seller wants as a down payment. We prefer for the seller to not want anything for the down payment. We just tell them that, hey, the way we do these deals, we keep the down payment, we keep 100% of the down payment as our fee to do this deal, and so that's just how it works. Okay. All right. Let me see here. All right. So let me go to the next part here, which is the buyer marketing. Okay. So now, so what happens now? After we got these flex options and decided which property we're going to market that weekend, we're now ready to to market the property, and try to find buyers and tell the buyers about tell the buyers that we're going to meet with them. When we tell them we're going to meet with them, we don't call it an open house. We just schedule a time. So we say, hey, we're going to meet you at 2 p.m. on Saturday. That's the only time that we're able to meet you. So can you make it? Okay. So what we do is we go online and we post a bunch of ads on Craigslist, on Backpage, and on Postlets. Okay, Craigslist.com, Backpage.com, and Postlets.com. And we'll repost the ad if it falls off on the first page. Because like here in Houston, there's a lot of Craigslist ads, and so when you post an ad on Craigslist here in Houston, within about 2 hours, it's going to get to the second page, and so we'll then repost another ad. And we also post different versions of the ads, so that way we can have more exposure. So we'll use different headlines like "desperate seller," "must sell this weekend," headlines like that, where they see that there's an actual urgency that happens, that we really need to sell this house this weekend. So we get tons of buyers contacting us, and one of the things that we tested out that's working really well, especially if you're in an area where there's a lot of Hispanics, like here in Houston, there's a lot of Hispanics family. We posted ads in Spanish, right? So we posted ad in Spanish. And of course you need a Spanish speaking person to help you. You can do that, but we're getting pretty good results with our Spanish ads as well. Okay, and one of the things that we notice a lot here in Houston is that our ideal client, our ideal client for these type of deals are Hispanics, and so we want to find as many ways to attract them as possible. These young Hispanic Latino families, they're pretty good clients for us, so we want to find more of them. So we try to attract to that demographic. Okay. And let me see here. So we posted ads. Basically, desperate seller must sell fast. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet. $1,000 a month. Must sell this weekend. And so, and we also say owner financing available. So we let them know right away that we do offer owner financing. So when they contact us, we'll ask them, how much money do you have to put down on your new home, and what's the most you can pay per month? So we work with them from there. Okay, and then what we also did at this seminar was we drove the students out to put out some signs in that neighborhood, so that way and we did this at nighttime on Friday, so that way on Saturday morning when people are leaving those neighborhoods, they'll see our signs, and I mean, the minute we start putting the signs out, we got tons of calls from the signs, and so so we were getting a lot of calls from buyers. From the ads that we posted online, from the signs that we posted offline, and so so by the time the next day came around, we had a lot of buyers that were interested, and so we set up a. Well, I guess before we go to the open house part, do you guys understand this part so far? Any questions here so far before I move on? How often do you need to repost? Like I said, RC, it depends on your area. Okay, once it goes to the second page, then you repost. But if it's still on the first page, then you don't need to worry about reposting it. And yes, I'm talking about bandit signs, Adam. Okay, let me see. Our municipality has already warned me about going to code enforcement. How do you deal with that? Adams, if you put it on vacant houses in the neighborhood, okay, that's a private property. So if you put on vacant houses in the neighborhood, the city can't go after you. They can only go after you if you put it in public places. If you put it in public places, then they can go after you. but not if you put on vacant houses. And here's a really, really good tip that you can also do. The city will allow you to put out garage sale signs, all right? And so if you want, you can go get a permit, or you can get permits to do garage sale, and then, you know, when you're doing your open house, you just put some stuff out, you know, as a garage sale, and so you're attracting people who are attracted to garage sales, and you know, and so you can put, you know, open house and garage sale on the same sign, and you can have a sticker, a permit for that. So check with your city for that. But in most cities they do. In most cities they do give permits for garage sales, and so that's another another strategy. Adam asked, isn't putting signs on vacant houses trespassing? The answer is yes, Adam, it is. However, it's vacant. Nobody's going to know about it, and it's, yeah, I mean, it's not like you going in their house. It's not like you going in their backyard. You're putting it pretty close to the sidewalk, and you might even put it on the outside of the sidewalk. And so, I mean, you know, the sidewalk is pretty much, you know, public property. Anybody can walk by it, you know, and so you can put out signs, and I mean, the chance of somebody finding out and you know, contact you about it is pretty small. But even if they did contact you about it, it's a good thing, Adam. You can tell them, it's like, you know, well, Mr. Seller, Mrs. Seller, you know, I've been trying really hard to get a hold of you. I'm interested in making you a cash offer on your house. You know, if I pay you all cash and close quickly, what's the least you would accept? And so you can turn a seller who's contacting you about putting a sign on their yard. You now turn them into a seller that you can buy a house from them. Okay, so you definitely can do that. Okay. RC asked, on Friday, how do you decide where you are placing signs for buyers before having signed flex options on hand from sellers? RC, on Friday, we actually will get the flex option sign on Friday. So we do not market the house for sale that weekend if we do not get a flex option back. So we push the seller to give us the flex option back that weekend. And the way we push them is that we tell them, it's like, look, we have a team of investors with us this weekend, and we have several houses that we are selling. We're doing this big project this weekend, and so if you want your house to be one of the houses that we're going to use in our marketing this weekend, we're going to have, you know, I mean, we're going to have a lot of buyers that we're going to be showing houses to. If you want your houses to be one of those houses that we're going to try to sell this weekend, I need you to get me the flex option back right away. And perhaps that's another tip for you that you can use to push sellers to get the flex option back quickly, is tell them, look, we're going to do a big marketing campaign this weekend for your house, so, you know, for houses in your area. And so if you want your house to be one of those houses we're going to sell that this weekend, make sure you get us the flex option back right away. Okay. So that's how we do that. Okay. Adam said, would you also consider putting We Buy Houses or I'll Buy Your House Today Cash Bandit sign on vacant houses as well? Again, my problem is placing signs in public right-of-way or even commercial parking lots. Note: stay away from stop signs, safety, public safety issues. Yeah, you can, Adam. It depends. If we purposely marketing for sellers, then the answer is yes. We'll put a I Buy Houses sign on their yard. What well, what I used to do, and I haven't been doing this for a while, and probably need to do it again, was I had these signs printed out where on one side of the house it has a for sale sign, and on the other side of the house, on the other side of the sign, it says we buy houses. And so when we put the sign down, we put the side that says a home for sale facing the street, so people who are driving can see the house for sale sign, and for the homeowner, for the people who are looking from the house, if they do come back and visit it or something, they can see the We Buy Houses sign. So you can do that as well. So you're killing two birds with one stone, one of the cool things about putting these houses on vacant houses and bank-owned houses that are vacant, of course all bank-owned houses are vacant, the cool thing about it is that we always get like a lot of buyers interested in buying in that neighborhood. Some of them are cash buyers, some of them are rehabbers, and some of them are people who want to buy and move into it. And so, we instantly build a big buyers list just from doing that. Okay, nothing else. Just from doing that, we build a big buyers list. In this case, when we a lot of time we use printed signs, so we have them pre-printed. But for these type of deal making weekends, we use handwriting signs because we don't know which property we're going to market ahead of time, and so we just use blank signs and then handwrite them. Okay, handwrite them, put them on the stakes, and then put them out. So that's what we use. Okay, so let me see here. If your buyers are interested in that house and you don't have it under contract, you just tell them that house is not available yet, but we do have another house right down the street that is available that you can see now. So we can meet you tomorrow, or we can meet you on Saturday at 2 p.m. And so we just tell them that that house is not available yet, but we do have another one down the street that is available now. Okay, so that's what we tell them. All right, I'm looking through all the questions, and I see Stan on the line. So Stan, I'm gonna unmute you if you want to join in with us here. Okay. Stan, are you there?
Oh, I'm here. How are you?
Doing good, buddy. You made it back, huh?
Oh, I'm just excited to be done with that deal.
So you FedEx out all the paperwork, and now, close, so that's good. Congratulations.
Close and fun in the morning, and that's terrific. Excited.
Good. So, folks, I have Stan on the line with us as well, so, if there's any questions or if there's anything that I missed about what we did over the weekend, Stan's going to jump in and help me out here. So we're glad to have him on. So the next part now is the open house. Okay, and so so we tell everybody that we can meet them on Saturday. And so what we did was we had one property that we did on Saturday. Was it at 2 p.m., Stan?
Yeah, we did it at 2 o'clock on Saturday, 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Okay, so we did a 2 o'clock one on Saturday and a 3 o'clock one on Sunday. And so we told all of the buyers that's when we can meet up with them to look at it. And we did. For this past seminar, we did not do an open house for the same house on both days. We separated them. Okay, and so we showed these houses, and these buyers are either coming from the signs or coming from the internet that we market it to. Okay, and we show it to them. We show it to them, and then whoever's interested, we get them to fill out an application. Okay, we get them to fill out an application, and this past seminar, did we charge them for this application, Stan?
Yeah, we did, $97.
So we charge them $97 for the application, so that way we can run the credit and run the background checks and what have you. So we got was it on Saturday that or was it on Sunday that we got that buyer that had
Pedro.
Which one?
Pedro was on Saturday.
Pedro was on Saturday. Okay, so we found Pedro on Saturday, and Pedro was interested in the house. And how much did was he going to put down?
He was going to put down $5,000.
So he was going to put down $5,000, and this is the one that the wife the wife decided not to get it, right?
Right. Uh-huh.
Okay. So we had a deal on Saturday that we thought it was going to be a deal that a done deal. The husband was interested, and the husband was interested, and fill out the application. And so we were proceeding with everything, and then we found out. I think we found out on like Monday or Tuesday from the wife that she wasn't interested because she thought it was just too expensive for them. And so for that particular buyer that we thought we had on Saturday, backed out, and so we had to find another buyer for that property. And then we also did the open house on Sunday as well, right? And then there was there was several. I remember Raul told me there was a buyer that had $10,000 down, but that buyer was looking for a house in Katy. So were we able to hook that buyer up with a house?
Still working on it.
Still working on that one. Okay. So what happens on the open house on Sunday, Stan?
We don't go out to those open houses unless we know someone's coming. So it's not like you see on HGTV where they throw a sign out and people walk in. So what we do is we tell everybody we're going to be at the house about 2 o'clock. So we'll be out there like on Sunday. We'll be out there about 3. Can you make it? And then we set appointments that way. We try to get 4 or 5 to show up at one time.
Right.
So on Sunday, we had some people that came back to another house we have in North Houston, and we're working with that couple now. And Tim, you don't know this, today that guy called me and said, whatever I've got to do to sell it, I'm going to sell it. So he's taken all of his money off the table. He doesn't want any down payment. He'll lose money every month just to get that house sold.
Gotcha. That's good. That's a motivated seller, all right.
Right. Absolutely.
So cool. So that's what we have. That's what happened on Sunday day. And Sunday was a short day for us. I think we ended Sunday at like 1 or 2 o'clock.
Yeah, everybody had to go to the airport. Stopped about 1 o'clock.
Right. Yeah. So technically we didn't have the full weekend. Technically we didn't have the full weekend to work on this, but. So the point is that you're gonna do these weekends, or you're gonna do these events and try to sell these houses, and you're gonna have buyers that are interested, but then they might back out after they consult with their spouse and stuff. So it's much better if you can get both of the spouses to look at the house at the same time and get committed to that. And another thing is, you want to put in backup offers. Okay, so 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 just because you think you have a buyer, you shouldn't stop marketing that property. You should continue to market it to find a backup offer, to find out backup buyers. Because buyers do back out, and you're going to find it. You can find out probably like 50% of your deals you're going to have buyers that's going to back out on you. So you want to you want to be safe about it and be smart about it, and find backup buyers and continue to market the property. Continue to market the property that way. Okay.
Tim, we had a contract on that house in Spring on Meadowgate, and I met two people out there, and one of them did a contract right then, and then the other one did a contract that evening. Now the first contract, now they're starting to get a little buyer's remorse, a little cold feet, and it's like, that's fine, because we've got another contract, backup contract's fine, whatever, there's no need to get worried about it. We've got it sold to somebody.
Right. Okay. So that was the house that we did the open house on Saturday. Is that right?
No, this is the house that is in Spring that we decided to do this last weekend. I'll just do it online with everybody.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right. So, we have all of these houses going on like almost every weekend, and so I have no idea. I don't keep track with these stuff, and Stan keep tracks with them. So, okay. Kevin asked, when Pedro decided not to buy the house, did he forfeit his $5,000, or did you keep it? I believe at this point we only got the application. We haven't actually got any deposit or down payment yet, right, Stan?
That's correct.
Right. So we normally don't get the down payment until the closing time happens. Okay. So when we're doing these open house, we only get the application. So the process is we get the application, then we get which brings us to the next part. Once we approve them, we proceed with the contract, and and then we get a deposit from them, and then and then we schedule a closing, which normally happens like a week or two after that, and then at closing is when we get the full down payment. Okay, so that that's pretty much the process, and depending on depending on whether you're gonna do if you're doing an owner financing or a contract for deed, you're gonna close out a title company or an escrow company. Okay, title or escrow. Okay, but if you're only going to close using a lease option, then you can do a kitchen table closing with lease options. Okay. Let me see. So depending on how you're structuring your deal, and also too, if you're doing a contract for deed, or if you're doing a contract for deed or a wraparound owner financing, then you're just gonna you can use like your state specific contract. So here in Texas we use the TREC contract. Whatever your state specific contract is, you can just use that. If you're not sure, you can use the one-page contract that we have in the forms disc for you. Okay, and then once you turn it over to the title company, and if they have a different contract that they prefer to use, then they can have you convert your contract over to whatever contract that title company or that escrow company prefer to use. Okay, so that's the. So let me see here. Your state specific contract. Okay. Or you can use the one-page contract if you don't know what your state-specific contract is. Just use the one-page contract, and then you can convert it later if the title company needs you to convert it. Okay, so that's that. And let me see here if we have any questions. Is the application fee non-refundable? The answer is that's correct. It's non-refundable. Okay. And let me see here. Any other questions, guys, on this? You guys understand this pretty well. Stan, is there any part of this I need to go in more detail for them to for them to better crystallize the what happened at the last seminar?
No, I think it's really good. The thing that drives our marketing is those bandit signs. Those are really good. And I heard you talk about Spanish and Craigslist, and I did that over the weekend, and I got some real good leads over that as well over the weekend. Okay,
cool. Okay, any other questions, guys? I mean, I want you to make it a goal to duplicate what we did this upcoming weekend. Let me see what is going on this upcoming weekend. We have the first weekend, I guess, of the month, and so give it a try this weekend, implement it, and if you have questions, you can you can let us know on the next coaching call here. But go out there and implement this, okay? So based on what I've taught you so far and explained it to you guys, who is going to commit to doing a deal-making weekend this weekend? And a good idea for you could be find a realtor or another investor in town that you can do this with, so that way you have somebody to sort of hold you accountable and help you out, because it's it takes some work to do these kind of deals in just one weekend, and so find a realtor or an investor friend that can help you out and do it with them. So who's going to commit to that? I'm not seeing any hand raised. So
I can't raise my hand. I'm committing.
You're committing. Okay. Robin, did you? Okay. Linda, Robin, they both raised their hands. Awesome. Yeah. Go do it. It's not that. It's not more complicated than this. And the students who came to the seminar, who came to the event, would have told you that. I think they realized like it's a lot easier than what they thought or what they imagined. So go out there and do it. Okay, just go out there and do it, and give me some feedback next week. Do you guys have any other questions for me or Stan on this? Any other questions? Let me see. For wraparound mortgage financing, Julio, we normally close at the title company, and so we have the title company to prepare those documents. And we have the title company to prepare those documents, and so because what they have to do is they have to get the terms. They have to open up the original, I guess the existing mortgage from the seller with the lender, and create the new wraparound mortgage around that. And so the best place to get those contracts is from your title company. And you're going to close with them, so they're going to prepare all of that paperwork. So it's not something that you have to worry about. Okay, so when you're doing a contract for deed, or when you're doing the wraparound owner financing, all you need to worry about is this contract. Is this contract that you're going to use. The rest of the closing documents, the title company is going to provide that. Okay. Let me see here. O is on the line, and O was there at the weekend, and he said it was great and easy, and so maybe I should unmute him. O, are you there? Oh, do you have a? I see you on the phone. Can you hear me? Hello. O. Jones the third. Are you there? All right. So, hello. Hello. I hear you typing away, but I
That's
can't.
me, man. I'm sorry. That's me. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's you, Stan. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking about
Okay. O's phone is not working then. Okay. I try to unmute him, but try to unmute him so that way you guys can hear it from. Okay, he's back. Let me see. Are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Hi, O. Are you there?
Oh, absolutely. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a great weekend. It was quite easy and it was fun.
It was fun. Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was an actual bandit.
Good. So tell everybody like how easy it was to actually implement this, and how possible it is that they can implement it this weekend in their own hometown.
Absolutely. Actually, you followed step by step as he explained everything to you, and be persistent. You have to call. You have to call up on the leads and get out there and work it. And we got so many calls. It was unreal.
Right. Exactly. And so yeah, I mean, just just go out there and do it. I mean, it's not more complicated than what I'm teaching you guys. So it's just a matter of just going out there and do it, and then all of the pieces will start to come together for you. Okay.
You know, Tim Earl is the bandit sign king, man. He threw down on bandit signs. It was fun, wasn't it, Earl?
Yeah, that was great. That's so much fun. Hey, I've got one question. We're having problems finding the same type of material to make the new signs as we used in Houston. Any suggestions?
Where do we find the materials to make those signs, you said?
Yeah, by hand. I have some orders that I had ordered previously that were professionally done, but I found that the ones you can write by hand are the best.
Okay, we buy the signs from this company called XYZ Signs here in Houston. I don't know if they have a website or not, but if you guys want their contact, we can email it to you. It's a local company here in Houston. They do ship it out nationwide, but they're local to us. And they charge us 80. Was it $1? $1, right, Stan?
No, it was 88 cents or 84 cents a sign.
Okay, 80-something cents a sign, 80-something cents a sign. And what Stan did was he went budget on us, and he cut those signs in half. And so technically, each of those signs cost us 40-something cents. All right. And then we went to Home Depot and bought the stakes, and I don't know what the cost of those stakes are now.
They're about 50 cents a piece. About 50 cents.
Stakes are 50 cents a piece. So the whole sign will cost you about $1. Okay, between the sign and the stake, and they work really they work really well. So so science is definitely a good a good thing to do. Okay, and how many signs did we put out that weekend? Do you remember?
We put out almost 70, not quite 70.
We put out almost 70 signs to market 2 houses, right?
Right.
All right, so about 30-something signs each house. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. I'm trying to. We did not drive any of these buyers to the website. We drove all of them to call our phone numbers. Okay, because we wanted to get them. yeah, we wanted to get them that weekend, and so we did not we did not drive them to the website. But I'm gonna mute you out now. Actually, you're already out. So all right, thanks a lot, buddy. Okay, let me see here. What size type nails do you use with signs in 36 and wooden stakes? The best type of nails that you use is you should use those roofing nails. The nails with the orange cap, orange plastic cap on it. They're called roofing nails. Those are the best ones to use for these signs. Okay.
Tim, I got cheap on those nails too.
You did? What did you use?
Yeah, I used the same roofing nails, but without the little plastic thing on them, because they were like $4 a box more. And I got them that were 7/8 of an inch long. So if you hit them real hard, they'll poke out the wood on the back side. But you just got to be easy with them.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah. So yeah. You mean use any kind of roofing nails. In general, it should be okay. All right. So let me see here. Adam asked, what if I can't find any good motivated seller leads through the due deals or the instant lead generator? What other methods would you use? I can't imagine you not finding them, but if you can't, other methods could be getting the old newspapers. So like go to the library and get newspapers. Get your daily newspaper for the last 3 months and call on those sellers. All right, so get old newspapers and call on houses for sale and houses for rent. And with the instant lead generator too, you can call landlords. Don't just call sellers, because landlords who are trying to rent their house are very open to selling their house. And they don't mind selling their house on owner financing or lease options like this, because they were just going to try to rent the house in the first place anyways. Okay, so landlords is a great source as well. So not just motivated sellers, but also contact landlords. Okay, all right, and let me see here. Linda asked, if you find a good deal on a property and a buyer who needs owner financing, they have $3,000 to $5,000 down payment, but I, Linda, have no cash. What do I do with this deal? Well, Linda, why do you need any cash? You're just going to flip this deal to your buyer, who's going to give you $3,000 to $5,000 down. I don't understand your question, Linda. Okay. None of what we do here. We're just gonna assign our contract over to the buyer, so we don't need any money out of the deal. Okay. 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 Right. Well, let me see here. Do you have any seller financing training on Due Deal's website? I don't remember. Do we?
I don't remember either.
Did we do one with what's his name, Larry Harbolt?
No, we've not done that since the last time we talked. We did not record all that.
Okay. Did you guys record that call?
No, we did not.
You did not record that call. Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, we need to get Larry to come back on.
Okay, so I'll get Larry to come back on and talk about seller financing. But I mean, it's not complicated. So like don't make it more complicated than what it has to be. All it is finding a seller who's willing to do it by explaining to them all of the benefits they're going to get, because their other choice is to leave it on the market for sale and having to make the mortgage payments, and their house can sit on the market for 6 months or even a year in today's market. And so it's not that hard to get these sellers to agree to do these owner financing. Do you have any tips for them, Stan, in what they need to say to these sellers?
So what we're talking about with our students is when we ask them if they would want to do owner financing, they say no, we don't want to do that. Then we ask them why do you think your house is not sold yet? And they say something like, well, the economy's not very good. And then the next response from us would be well, then are you planning on hanging on to that house until the economy gets better, or do you want to go ahead and move it now? And that really works well. So do you want to wait a couple of years until we get better at this, or you want to go ahead and move it, and we want you to get your retail price for that? So that works really good for us.
Right. Okay. Yeah, so that's good. That's a good tip. Let me see here. I'm trying to go through all the questions, making sure I didn't miss anybody. Let me see. Can we make the next coaching call about owner financing? Sure. I guess we'll do that. How about that, Stan? So next week's coaching call will focus more specifically on owner financing, the different types of owner financing, and how, when and why to use them, I guess. Okay. All right. Let me see here. Linda, I still don't understand your question. Let me get it right. So you have a seller that's willing to sell on owner financing. You have a buyer that has $3,000 down. What you need to do is you need to tell the seller that you can get a buyer to move into the property and allow them to sell the property now. But the way you make your money is that you keep the down payment, okay, and that's how you make your money. And so, all right, okay. Linda's question is, she found an REO property and the buyer needs owner financing. Oh, tough luck, Linda. We can't do that deal. You would, you would take that buyer. You would take that buyer and find them. You would take that buyer and find them an owner financing type seller, like one of the deals that Stan and the students are working on. And so why, don't be stuck with this REO deal. Find them a different deal. Find them a deal that owner financing is available. Okay. Let me see here. She asked, most of the owner financing leads from instant lead generated in the Memphis area seem to be from investors. Would they willing to work with us using the flex option strategies? Also, you never know. You need to call them and negotiate with them. Okay. Folks, all of these sellers, investors, I don't care who you talk to, everything is negotiable. Everything. And so just go and talk to them, find out what the situation is, find out how long they've been trying to sell the property, and negotiate them. Negotiate with them. Work out a win-win solution with them. Work out a win-win deal with them, and you're good to go. Okay, so don't be shy to negotiate. Okay, Ron, you mentioned that you had a question on owner financing, but I can't find it. So can you repaste your question somewhere so I can find what question you asked? Okay. If I haven't answered your question yet, that means that I must have missed it. So if you want to ask again, go ahead and ask again. Otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and end this call here, so I can go get dinner. I'm pretty hungry. I'm starving by now. I didn't eat much lunch today, so. All right. Adam asked, do you guys buy condos or townhomes? The answer is yes. We do those deals as well. Right? And so, we do just about any deals that we can get a buyer to put at least $3,000 down. We prefer to have $5,000 down, but any deal that the buyer has at least $3,000 down, we'll do it. Right, Stan?
Yes, sir. The money's money.
Right. All right. Let me see here. Adam talks about how condos and homeowner association has their fees. here in Florida, we are having lots of issues with these product types. Well, one of the big things about your condos there in Florida is because they're just too expensive and they're overbuilt, and so a lot of your condos and townhome deals, you need to short sell them. They're just overpriced. That's why it's not affordable enough for the homeowners to get into them. Let me see here. Ron asked, I was asking if wraparound deal would kick off the due on sale clause in the seller's mortgage. The answer is yes, it does. However, just like subject twos, the banks have the right to call the loan due, but they do not have the obligation to call the loan due. And in today's market, the chance of them calling the loan due is less than zero. Right? They have so much, they have so much foreclosures that they have to worry about. They're not gonna call a loan due on a property that the seller is making mortgage payments on. Okay. And so that's not going to happen. I mean, even in yesterday's market, a few years ago, like I had a deal like 6 years ago where it was a subject to deal, and the seller went and called the bank and told the bank that there's actually a first and a second lien on it. Called both of those banks and told them that she had sold the house to me, and faxed in all of the paperwork, the land trust, the power of attorney, faxed in everything. And the bank just said, oh, okay, and that was it. They never called the loan due. They never questioned anything beyond that. And so, I mean, the chance of banks calling loans due are pretty small. Okay. Okay. All right. So let me see. All right. Well, so next week we'll talk about buying and selling owner financing. So we'll have Stan to lead that call.
I'm good.
And I'm volunteering you, Stan.
I'm all good. I've got that down a little bit. We could do some of that.
Awesome. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for being on this webinar, and Stan, thank you for jumping on to
thanks.
To help me with the call. And so, all right, everybody, go out there and do this deal making weekend this weekend. Okay, go out there and implement it in your town, and give us feedback next week. Okay, so if next week you get on the call and we ask if you've done any of these marketing for sellers and buyers over the weekend, and if you didn't, we're gonna find a way to mute you out where you can't hear us talk about the owner financing. So go out there and take some action with what you learned today. All right, everybody, thank you so much again for being on this call, and we'll talk to you next week.
I will see you, Tim. See you guys.
See ya. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye.